How are you guys doing on
Doing great. How
this
are you?
Great.
Thursday?
Not too bad. Just planning a lot of stuff for the upcoming tour, and yeah, ready to talk a little bit some music with you.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting, exciting.
Awesome.
So tell me a little bit more about like what's coming up, like the shows. No.
Sure. Yeah, 100%. We have our tour that's getting started. It's starting 3/22, March 22nd,
March
and it's
22nd.
going all the way to March 30th. And we're the first couple of dates are just us with a couple of awesome bands that we're playing with.
Yeah.
I think the first 3 dates, right?
Yep.
First three dates
Yep.
are
Three dates.
us. We're heading up to New York. We're playing. What else are we playing?
Nashville, Cleveland, New York,
Cleveland,
and then we're gonna do Richmond, Virginia,
Yep.
Orlando,
Charlotte, and Atlanta.
yes, and Virginia in there. And that's with between you and me. So we're really excited.
Between you and me, Young Culture, and Home Safe.
Yes.
It'll be fun.
Yep. Yep.
So we got
That's
that tour
exciting.
coming in March. We got a new song, Charlie Sheen, dropping. I don't know when this is going to be out, but dropping on the 21st of February. So I mean, 1 week from today, I guess.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're really excited about that one for sure. I think you guys are going to dig it.
I've been watching those videos on TikTok. If you guys
Awesome.
Thank you,
talking,
What do you think of
they're funny. I mean, they're funny as the videos, but the song's good. Hopefully, the song is good when it comes out.
We like the song.
I think so.
We hope it's good.
Yeah, I know. I really hope our fans dig it.
The hype is certainly helping out, but we hope the song will deliver.
How did you come up with it?
Jeez.
We went to Los Angeles and we got a chance to work with the band Point North, who we're really big fans of. We've been fans of Point North. I was thinking since probably 2017.
Yeah.
So man, it's been about at least 5 years. We've been a big fan of that band. We got the chance to collaborate on a song with them, and we didn't have anything written. We went to Los Angeles with just nothing, and we're like, let's just write something from scratch with John, the lead singer. And so we were in the studio for 2 days, and it kind of just came pretty organically.
It did.
We started it by writing, I think, kind of just by writing riffs and melodies, and not even really. We started writing about a concept about life, kind of getting you down,
and just rising up against it and letting things go. And then we kind of landed on like, who could we tie in as a metaphor? And Charlie Sheen's name just came to mind.
Yeah. Kind of like someone who's had a rough go, but has had a really rough time, but has been able to rise above it despite all the bullshit they've been through in life.
That's true.
Because that's kind of what we wanted to write about, is just kind of like
getting out of your own way.
Yeah, like, hey, everyone's having a tough time, but at the end of the day, you just got to keep going because no one cares. Everyone's having a tough time, and we were just kept going back to Charlie Sheen, and the rhyme scheme just. We were like, hey, there's a lot of things you can rhyme with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, we had a lot of names, and we've already said like Billie Eilish. We've said Will Smith. We've said a lot of actors and musicians. Chris Pratt as well. So we're like, hey, Charlie Sheen's like doing his best to come back and make some noise. So we're like, what better than to choose Charlie?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Nice.
So, like, how did you guys find the time to go out to LA to get this record done?
It's pretty difficult. Like basically just planning it around a lot of things in terms of all the shows that we had coming up, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to make this happen. So whatever we had in our way, we just put it to the side, and we're like, hey, we're flying out to LA. We're making this happen, and the rest is history.
I think we had been trying to do it since late August. Was when it finally was like, okay, this is a possibility. This song with Felicity and Point North can happen, and we tried to schedule it in late August, and it didn't really happen. And we tried in September, it didn't really happen, and then we tried October. We're like, we're looking at October. Couldn't happen. Scheduling they're really busy. We were a little bit busy. They were definitely more busy,
Yeah,
And
nothing more
then
going on.
and then all of a sudden it was like, hey guys, this one weekend in December, it's possible. And we had nothing going on. We had really no excuses. And so
Yeah.
we just had to jump on it. And I think we planned the whole thing within a week to 2 weeks,
Yeah,
like a week.
yeah, it was a very
Yeah.
quick turnaround.
We booked our flights and booked a hotel and the flights, and the three of us. I think we booked everything on a Thursday and left the following Thursday.
Yeah, it was super
We
quick.
were by the following week, the song was done.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great experience, honestly.
Props to us for just throwing all the planning together and just on a dime being able to do it. Because
Well said.
that's what
Well said, dude.
that's what it takes sometimes. Just there's some things you just can't say no to.
Well, that sounds fun. You got to go to Los Angeles and spend the time out
It
there.
was awesome.
So
Definitely.
I think that'll be a weekend we'll never forget that weekend. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
so so how is like the song when you did the song? How many songs are on this new record?
Well, we've been working on music for I don't know, a couple years now.
Couple of years. Yep.
And I don't know if it'll necessarily be a record or an album. Maybe it will someday, but we've just been kind of in the mindset of we're trying to record as much music as we can
Yeah, just keep
and just trying to top ourselves and think about it more of just like how many songs can we create and can we continually be creating music year round for the last 2 years and just really not stopping. And we're still at the mindset of like how can we continue to create music this year. But I think in the last 2 years, we've probably created 18 songs.
man. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think we're probably at 18.
Yeah, it's
And I think 18, and we've probably released 6 of those 18. so
About
far.
six. About six. Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen will probably be the 6th.
Okay.
Well, I guess Last Christmas will
Last
be
Christmas.
Oh,
Last
yeah, that's
Christmas.
19.
will be 19 songs. Then?
That's
Yeah.
19 songs. So Charlie Sheen will be the 7th of 19.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean we're nonstop, and like the way like people kind of consume music nowadays is much faster sometimes. So I think the single game is kind of where it's at, and you just have to just constantly be putting out music because people want to hear from you. And like if you put out an album, it's quite difficult because people listen to it within 2-3 months, and they may love it. It's a lot of great music, but for a smaller DIY independent artist, like I think it's the single game, and that's why we just want to keep putting out music every like couple months for our fans and just giving them something new to look forward to. Really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds like it. So what have you been up to today?
We actually just did a big merch sale for Valentine's Day.
That's
So
right,
we
yeah.
were packaging up merch orders and
Ton.
Little Valentine
Ton.
notes to throw in there.
Some
Make
Pokemon cards, some
Yep,
picks, some
yep.
guitar picks in there as well. And yeah, we were doing that, just planning our tour for our tour run, making sure we have everything ready.
Going over
And-
the checklist of all
yeah.
the to-dos, all the items that you need to buy. We've learned it's not smart to just wait until the last minute to get all the tour stuff more or less in a row. So we have been very, very diligent about checking over
Mhm.
lists every practice and just making sure what needs to be done is getting done. Shared notepad files that we are all jumping into and checking things off as we go. So it's not maybe the most exciting of Felicity practices, but at the same time, it's business that needs to get done so that the future experiences are more fun and more successful.
When we hang out, it's always fun.
Oh wow!
When we hang out, it's
What a
always
positive
fun.
way to
It's
put
always
that.
fun.
Wow! What a spin.
it's better than when we go on tour and we don't even have a toolbox.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We go on tour. We've gone on tour without any planning or prepping, just planning, hoping for the best, and you break down in the middle of the
And you don't have
middle
like a
of the road. And
sachet wrench.
you
Sachet
don't,
wrench,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
even have a toolbox,
It's
and you
important
break down
hours.
the side of the road, and yeah.
We made that mistake once without having a tool set, and we couldn't change our oil. We couldn't drain the oil because we put too much oil in the van because the dipstick had broken. So we really weren't sure how much oil needed to be in there, and because we did not pack properly and bring a tool set, we stood on the side of the road for 4 hours in the middle of Indiana on the way to Indianapolis.
Yep.
And then we eventually had Corey write on the underside of the merch bin in giant Sharpie, socket wrench question mark, because that's all we needed was a socket wrench, and he left the T out.
I think the K.
The
so
K,
SOCET.
Okay, SOCT. So it said Sochet wrench, and and lo and behold, somebody actually stopped, and it was a guy who was a mechanic, and he just had all the shit in his
He had
car,
everything ready.
and he got us out of there.
Yep,
Yeah. So we got lucky that we were bailed out that time by. Oh my god, I still have his number in my phone. Oh, I gotta text that guy when we go up that way.
You definitely do.
Yeah.
I'm glad we brought this up. I'm glad you brought this up.
Yep.
Fortunately, we're not playing in Indianapolis.
We're not playing in Indianapolis though. But
Oh well.
moral of the story.
I guess you guys need to get a toolbox just for backup.
We have a toolbox.
We have a toolbox now. Yeah,
the toolbox has been acquired.
This was a lesson learned from 2018. When was that?
2017, 2016.
2016, I think.
2016.
Whoa, 2016. That was an early tour.
So,
Yeah.
I would
Time
hope we didn't do that.
flies.
Agreed.
But that's exciting. You think I'm gonna come to Kansas City this time around?
We need to. I think like this is for us exciting. We've had a weird journey where we went on this big exciting. Felt like yesterday, but we went on an exciting tour in 2019. It was like the last time we were on a true tour, and I think we learned a lot about ourselves on that tour. And we had some great camaraderie, met some great bands, and got to meet some lifelong friends on that tour. And we came back and we decided to fire our manager after that tour, and we decided to take our destiny into our own hands. And we had just fulfilled our record deal at that time, and we went into the studio and we took everything we had, like every dime we had as a band, and we decided to go record a record. And that record ended up having like The Weather on it, which is the biggest song we've recorded so far, and some of the biggest songs we've ever made. And
Wish You Weren't Here. I mean, Lonely Nights.
Right after we recorded that record, COVID happened, and we went to release that record, and then COVID happened, and we had to sit and do nothing for 2 years. And that was probably one of the most frustrating things, was having to take 2 years off. And then after 2 years, we released that record, and we really kind of didn't have a real identity as a band because we had just taken 2 years off, and we felt like we were starting from scratch again. But what we did was we had these songs, and it took us about a year of rediscovering that identity, I think. And then we rediscovered it with TikTok, and all of a sudden, after a year, those songs started taking life, and songs like The Weather started going viral on TikTok, and people started really caring about us again. And so it was really like a 3-year journey of 2 years of COVID, and then a year of kind of rediscovering ourselves that got us to last year, where we finally started releasing music again. And we released, I think, 5 songs last year, and we have, 13 more songs we're ready to go this year and into next year. So the journey is never ending for us, but really, it's just been an exciting time for us. So to go on this tour, to be invited on the road for the first time to go on tour between you and me, is just really a culmination of the last, 3 years, 4 years of the 5 years of hard work we've put in to get back to this point to where we're ready to go on the road. And I think it's going to be bigger than anything we've ever done in the past, which is awesome, because it may look like a short journey to a lot of people, but to us it's been a trip.
Definitely.
Well, I've been listening to that album you guys sent me a long time ago. It's been I've been playing it on the playlist on Two Guys in the Sound System, and
awesome.
it's still going.
We appreciate you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's so cool, and people still show so much love to that record, and it's a couple years old now, but people discover it every single day.
Yeah,
and there's more people listening to it now than ever in the history of its existence, which is cool. That like I feel like it's still building up steam, and
That's true.
Which is awesome, and it's crazy that like the new songs we're releasing are just still, we feel like we're just getting started as a band, which is the most fun part about it.
What's one of your favorite items you like to use in the studio? like a instrument or a
I think
or
I
a
think always
system?
having I think always having, for me personally, like I always like kind of having an acoustic guitar. Sometimes I like to just like go in like a side space or like a room and just like get that guitar, just sing a couple melodies. And even if I'm just warming up as well, like it helps me out a lot. And just the fact of like having my hands on an instrument really kind of gets me in like the music kind of mindset. So I think for me, definitely guitar. And for every great song, honestly, you should be able to strip it down and play on an acoustic guitar, without anything else. So for me, it's like an acoustic guitar is probably like my favorite thing to bring in a studio, that I can think of right now.
Gosh, I think for me, I don't know, I just like it when I get to control the keyboard for a minute,
Mhm.
and the producer's like, yeah, you can, yeah, hit play, hit pause,
Yeah.
there you go, hit record, because I can play bass anytime I want, and being in the studio and being able to control the equipment, that is always enjoyable.
I think I think an important thing for me is being able to write something down actually with like pen and paper. I feel like
Yeah.
having a laptop or even just typing on a notepad, actually writing down whether it's lyrics or ideas or concepts, just something about actually writing it down, the
Agreed.
connection from your brain to your hand to
Right.
seeing it being written, just as maybe it's like as an artist, just just you're creating something versus just typing something,
Yeah.
and something about
It's
physically
organic.
writing it down makes your brain either process it in a different way. And so I like having like a pad of paper and pencil. And I think when we were working on Charlie Sheen, that was something that everything was written down.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And then we also had a record of something that we could tangibly look at and hold and pass around. And
Yeah,
that was really cool. I really liked that. And
Yeah.
a lot of times it's easy to get caught up in just doing everything digitally with notepads and stuff. But it's great when we have a Google Doc where we can all be looking at the same thing. But I like the whole kind of like having a pad and a pen when you're in the studio, especially when you're writing songwriting and working on stuff.
I actually like that answer a lot because when we were doing Charlie Sheen, like literally each one of us right here, including John, like wrote on that sheet of paper. Like, so you could take an idea from Drew, maybe Drew writes something that inspires something in me, or something I write inspires something in Mike or John. So it's, I really like that as well. Like just something about writing things down versus like typing things is the way to go when you're songwriting.
So hard to find the word that you want to come out from it.
For sure.
Definitely hard, but it's countless hours, it's countless like repetition of like repeating a line or just playing the track on loop until you find that melody, you find that lyric that sticks, and you kind of know when you hear it, you're kind of like, this is cool. This should be what it is.
And I think when we wrote Charlie Sheen, we probably wrote, I don't know, at least 3 songs before
Definitely.
we got to it. We
Three
wrote like
ideas,
three
yeah.
songs before we got to what became Charlie Sheen. And
Definitely.
we thought like song 1, for example, was like, this is great, this is awesome, this is going somewhere. And then it
It's
became
like,
song 2, and
yeah.
we're like, oh, this is even better.
Yeah.
And then that didn't end up
Seven,
happening. And then
2.
song 3 didn't happen. And then we got to what song 4 was. And I remember thinking like, well, I don't want to get too invested in this because this might not end up being the song.
Yeah.
And then that one of them eventually ended up becoming the song.
Yeah, I mean, we wrote like an album in there.
The first we were only in the studio for 2 days, and I think the first half of the first day was not writing the song.
It was.
Yeah.
It was writing other songs.
Yeah, we were pretty efficient after that.
I know. Yeah, we learned a lot.
So who did you produced it when you went to LA?
It was John, actually, the singer for Point North. He actually does a lot of production as well. So he's a creative genius when it comes to those things. So it's great to have someone, in the band that has those qualities and abilities. So basically, it was just John and us, and like we created everything together, and that was really cool. That was an awesome experience to have.
Did you guys record it like parts of it in Florida, and then or all of it in
No, actually,
LA.
everything was like strictly LA, and it was done in that time that we were together, and we were just really efficient, and just things were flowing. And when things start flowing, like with bands and like musicians, like it just gets done, and like that's what happened with Charlie Sheen.
The only thing that didn't get done on there was all of his singing parts because he was like, I'll
that's
do all
true,
my parts while you guys are gone." So that was great because we had all of the Felicity parts done,
Yeah.
and then it would be like blank, and we're like, "This is where John will sing." If we were like showing it to somebody, and then one day we just got a text from him. He's like, "Here you guys go," and we got to hear it for like the first time, like his part, and he killed it.
Yeah, he did.
His part is like the best part of the song for sure. He's awesome. He's a genius. He murdered. He brought the song from here to here, which was it's already an awesome song. But
Yeah.
he everything he did was he murdered it. So
That's exciting. I can't wait to hear it.
we've been keeping all of his parts like not in the content because we want to save it for we want to save it for when everyone hears the song next week.
Exactly.
So
Well, I bet it's going to be the best when it comes out. So.
We're hoping.
Well, if you got, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
One of these days.
Exactly. Little by little.
So are you going to have just going to review like the night when it comes out? Are you guys going to be sitting around just waiting for it to release on Spotify?
No, probably that day we're gonna try and do like we're gonna all get together, make an event out of it, like Mike said, and just probably go on TikTok Live and Instagram Live, all of our platforms, and just connect with the fans and just get everyone ready to like hear the song and have a listening party together and just stream the hell out of it and run those numbers up. So we're really excited and share it with all their family, friends, and anyone who you think should hear the song and rock out with us.
Yeah, it's always a listening party. I kind of like that tradition, even though it's usually on a work night, so staying up that late does kind of suck.
Yeah.
But
it's worth it.
It's fun because people who have been doing it with us for the 6th or 7th time are just always there, and then they start streaming it all night, just like us. And now we have more people who are just getting involved with that tradition. So that maybe the 10th time we release a song, we're going to have double the amount of people who are just showing up at midnight, and that's part of making it a fun event, not just release it into the abyss of music where it gets swallowed up immediately.
It's so awesome to have like 20 of our most diehard fans who are willing to stay up late with us and hang out at midnight on TikTok Live and just stream the song together and bullshit and talk and have fun. It's awesome. We have some of the coolest fans in the world, and it's awesome. And we have people that will just like, I'm going to stream this song for 24 hours for you guys just to run the numbers up so you guys can see how many streams in 24 hours you guys can get on Spotify in your first 24 hours. And it seems like every single we've released, we've gotten more streams than the previous release. I think we got to shoot for 40K this one.
40K?
So we'll see. It's a big number. It's a big number.
We can do it. We can do it for sure.
We have a viral TikTok.
Yeah.
Exactly. We got to film a couple more. Right. Well.
Yes.
We do got to film some more tonight. That's right.
Well, your videos are very fun online. I watch them all the time when they come on my feeds.
Nice.
I think that's one of the things that like I'm most proud of. Like I'm proud of a lot of stuff we've done, but one of the things I'm most proud about Felicity is that we've been able to like be able to go viral, at least like not just one and done. Like we've been a band for a long time and we've gone viral even before TikTok existed. There was one time we pretended to kick Damien out of the band and we went viral on like Facebook, and people were like, I remember when you guys kicked Damien out of the band on Facebook in 2021?
Yeah, 2021, I think.
Yeah,
around
and
that
TikTok,
time.
It was like just starting, so it was like 3 years ago. But that went insanely viral, and that was on Twitter, and it went insanely viral. And we've done a couple other things. And when we released our song "Emo Trash," it went insanely viral. We had like 10 million views in 24 hours, and we've had a few TikToks go viral just playing around. And our song "The Weather" has gone viral on TikTok a bunch of times, where we've had TikToks with several hundreds of thousands of views. And to be able to do that with your own song is really cool. We've gone viral, like, make joking around with Nickelback and stuff like that, and that's fun. But being able to do it with your own song is really cool. And this whole Charlie Sheen thing's only got wind this last week, but being able to just show that, like, when we really commit ourselves, when we really have a fun idea, that we can do it again and again and again. I'm really proud of that, because that's not easy to do, and especially as a band, like, I've been in plenty of bands before. We've all been in bands before, and most bands people just don't care about. Like, you release a song and your 5 best friends check it out, and people don't care. But
That's true.
people really do care about this band, and that just means the world to us. I'm really, really proud of the fact that, like, we can make people care whether they want to or not. Like, you're gonna care about this song. We'll make you.
Did you share with the guy that you were writing it about?
He has. I can confirm that he has heard the song.
Yeah.
We don't know what will happen next, but we can confirm that we have been in contact with Mr. Sheen.
Mr.
And
Sheen
he has heard
knows.
the song. We don't know what will come next. But
Yeah, we don't have that answer, but
To be continued.
Mr. Sheen knows.
Stay tuned for the rest of the story.
Well, hopefully, I bet he liked it.
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we're hoping.
Our legal team has informed us not to talk about
Yeah,
it.
we can't speak too much about that yet, but there's some things going on for sure in the background.
Well, have you met him
No.
at all?
No.
No.
Mhm.
No. That would be cool.
That'd be an amazing day.
That would be
Maybe
awesome.
someday.
We would record that as a TikTok.
For sure. For sure.
All right. Well, anything else you want to say? Anything?
Just thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you for all the love over all these years and sticking with us. And when Charlie Sheen comes out, make sure that you get all of your family and friends to stream it, listen to it, and if you're able to come on tour and come see us at one of the shows, definitely do that. Follow us on all socials, Drew.
Yes,
what it is.
at We Are Felicity. If you go to any of our social medias, at We Are Felicity on Facebook or LinkedIn.
Yeah, what? Do we have a LinkedIn?
You gotta go to LinkedIn. Go to Facebook, or you go to our Instagram at We Are Felicity, or our TikTok. If you go to the bio, we have our Linktree link there, and that has all of our tour dates, tickets to all of our shows. We just have all of our tour dates now have tickets up. We'll also be at So What Fest in Dallas, Texas. We're also going to do a tour run, hopefully to Dallas. We'll be announcing more shows as this year goes on. So if you're going to be in the Dallas, Texas area for So What Fest, you can come see us there. But all of our tickets to all of our upcoming shows are there for this upcoming tour in March. And if it's before February 21st, pre-save Charlie Sheen. And if not, then after that, you can go stream Charlie Sheen.
Share it with everyone you know.
And Charlie Sheen, if you're listening, call us back.
Charlie, please, Charlie. Please, we've been waiting.
Well, thank you guys for taking the time to do this with me.
No problem.
Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you.
Man.
You're welcome. I'll let you know when this is out.
Thanks so much, Daniel. It was great seeing you, man.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right, stay in touch.
Have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.